I want to talk a little bit about three ways you can tell that you've lost touch with reality. I hope it can be useful for you in your life. So let's go into it. The first one that I would share with you is that you start losing days, weeks, and months, and you seem and it feels to you like you don't know what's going on, like you've lost touch of reality, like you don't know what you did last week. You don't know when you last saw your family. You don't know when you last went for a swim. You don't know when you last went for a massage. You don't know how much a pint of milk is. You don't know the last time that you had fun. When you start feeling like you're in this kind of space and you're in this kind of your life is in this kind of point, you're at this point in your life, you really want to begin to pay attention, because one of the things that I very strongly believe is that life leaves clues. Okay, life is constantly giving us signs. It's constantly saying, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. And most of us, we miss the signs. I was talking to somebody yesterday and we were talking about them divorcing, and they were like, yeah, I said to them, now that you've had hindsight, did you know that your marriage was not working out? And she goes to me, of course I did, but I didn't pay. Now I do. I can see the signs. And one of the things that I was sharing with her is that a lot of people, particularly women have a habit of doing what I call snapshotting instead of movie rolling. And what I mean by this is, when something happens in a relationship, a lot of women say, yeah, but that time he was angry. Yeah, but that time we were really tired. But that time we had just had a baby. And so women snapshot, which means that you don't see the situation in context, right? You individualize everything, which means that it diminishes everything. But when you see all the signs and you add them all up, it changes things. And the other thing, which is what I recommend to her, particularly women, that they do, is that they start seeing situations in terms of a movie role, right? They see things within context. What was the beginning? Like when I coach a couple, one of the first things that I do, before I ask them to tell me what the problem is I say to them, tell me how you've got here. Tell me your story. How did you start off? Because a lot of times, when people come in, they just want to give you their spurt of what the other person's done, how the other person's making them feel, what the other person's done to them, but they don't give context. They don't understand that, the reason why your wife constantly is nagging you to do things around the house is because she had a baby 3 weeks ago and she has 2 other kids. All right, that's part of it. Now, if you take that out of the equation and you're just like, my missus keeps nagging me, then it changes the entire thing. So that's why I like to see the context and I like to see the whole story of how they've arrived here. So one of the things that I would share with you is to see the flags and to see, if you want to see if you've lost touch of reality, look at whether you're starting to lose periods in your life where you're just not seeing the red flags. You're just not paying attention. You're in this role. Because I know, particularly for successful people, with successful people, one of the biggest fears that successful people have is that, can I do it again? If I stop, is all my success going to stop, right? And so as a result, a lot of people never stop, they never reflect, they never live in gratitude, they just keep the ball rolling, they never look back. So essentially, one of the signs is, if you're not looking back and laughing at things and memories and experiences you've had, then that's a sign that you're starting to lose touch of reality. Secondly, is when you haven't been challenged directly. If you find yourself in a situation where nobody has challenged you directly in the last 6 months, that's a serious problem. One of the things that successful people have is the more successful you become, the more of a bubble you get into, right? You've heard of an entourage. People start having people around them who are yes people, right? And everybody around you, particularly the more powerful you become and the more successful you become, everyone around you just tells you what you want to hear, and nobody tells you the truth. So if you're finding that no one has challenged you, nobody has proved you wrong, nobody has made you look like a fool, nobody has called you out on anything, you've got a serious problem on your hands, right? Now, I say this because obviously, when you want to become successful, part of the becoming successful is that you have to have positive people around you. You have to have people who are like-minded around you. But the majority of us don't have a multiplication of different people around us. We don't have people who are really have a wise in marriage counseling, in relationships, in health, in mental health, in business, in terms of spirituality, in terms of investments. See, if you can have people who are wise in all these different areas, it means that you have somebody in every aspect of your life who's constantly challenging you. Now, of course, you want to still get people around you who are like-minded, who are going in the same direction as yourself. But this is actually how you become a better leader. This is how you become a better person. When you have people around you who are getting you to see things from all different angles. This is actually how you make breakthroughs. It's how you innovate. When you're able to take something but add it onto something which seems absolutely random, absolutely offside, absolutely irrelevant to the situation, but you're able to bring it together and add it all together. That's how you actually make breakthroughs. And so if you're finding in your life that you're in a situation where it seems like you haven't got anyone around you who's challenging you. It seems like you're the cleverest person in the room. It seems like you've got yes people around you. Alarm bells should be ringing off. The last sign that I want to share with you that you've lost, to check if you've lost touch of reality, is when you believe that no one gets it. No one understands it. No one really can relate to you. When you begin to do that, then you've started to lose touch of what matters most. Because it is possible that your success can take you to a level when most people just simply do not understand. Okay? But what happens is that just because you've become successful, it doesn't mean that you as a person, what you value, what you like, what you have preferences for has changed. Okay? I can tell you right now that I can become a multimillionaire and I'm still gonna like steak. I'm still gonna enjoy going for bike rides. I'm still going to be the kind of person who enjoys cartoons. And I absolutely love houses. It doesn't matter how much money I'm gonna earn. So if you're finding yourself in a situation where you really are finding that no one really understands you, no one wants the same things as you, no one really gets you, no one really could relate to you, that's a problem, because they can't relate to your success, but they can relate to you as a person. They can relate to the problems that you have of anxiety, of fears, of trying to make decisions about which way do I invest, which career move do I take next. Right? All of us, no matter what level we're at in success or in life, we can still relate to these. All of us desire family. All of us desire happiness. All of us desire joy. All of us want to live fulfilled lives. We want vitality. We want health. We want wellness. All of us are seeking really the same things, right? But in terms of success, some of us have it in much larger quantities than others. But that doesn't mean that other people cannot relate to us. So what I would share with you is, you want to check if people around you get you. Because if they don't, and you're like, no one can understand, no one can get me, then that's a really red sign that you're losing touch of reality. So I hope those have been useful. If you like this, like and subscribe to our channel and all that kind of stuff. And comment below. Maybe you've got a different idea or disagree with me. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.